Teen Vogue, thigh-high boots, and other fluff. The Cost of Brushing Women's Media Aside, a movie by Julia Bluhm. Part 1. What is women's media? From the dawn of time, there have been two distinct categories of media: magazines and women's magazines, books and women's books, YouTube and women's YouTube, nightly newsworthy stuff, and fluff, women-y fluff. And not only are women's media and real media two entirely untouching categories, they're also two entirely different tiers, where women's media always seems to come out on the bottom. This is the media we scoff at and call vapid and fake. It's about fashion and beauty and DIY and lifestyle. It is not only girly media we take less seriously, it's also girly women. As Steve Carell said in praise of his co-star Mindy Kaling, Mindy is exceptionally smart, but is not afraid to talk about nail polish. It's like her love of nail polish doesn't take away from her smartness. The fact that he's at all surprised that women can talk about nail polish and still be smart proves two things: that nail polish is something shameful that smart women are typically afraid to talk about, and that he views girly people and smart people as opposites that barely overlap, except in Mindy's exceptional case. Because girliness and seriousness are seen as two different things, women are forced to choose between them. In order to be taken seriously, especially in male-dominated workplaces, women need to take on traditionally male characteristics such as being more assertive or leaning in, or not wearing polka dot dresses. And if they choose to be sweet or sensitive or wear traditionally feminine clothing, they aren't taken seriously. So what happens when women defy the haters and don't choose between being girly and being serious? What happens when women are both? What happens when women's media is both? This brings me to our next section. Part 2. How women's media got woke, the Teen Vogue story. So if you didn't already know, Teen Vogue is a magazine for teenage girls about fashion, beauty, and entertainment. And recently, they've been getting media attention for being woke, or politically aware. It started when Lauren Duca, a writer for Teen Vogue, wrote a poignant political article called "Donald Trump is Gaslighting America," and it went viral. Whether or not you agree with the politics, it was a well-researched and legitimate article. People on social media were quite surprised that a women's magazine about fashion and beauty was publishing political criticism that used, quote, big words. Duca, the Teen Vogue writer who surprised everyone with her big words, got some attention after the article went viral and ended up going on Tucker Carlson's Fox News talk show. He was very critical of her, but not just because he disagreed with her, also because she was a woman who wrote for Teen Vogue, a magazine about fashion. He said, "I see you've also written stories about Ariana Grande and thigh-high boots.
I also read Liam Payne is 100% certain One Direction will continue. Adriana Grande rocked the most epic thigh-high boots at Jingle Bell, and Black China and Rob Kardashian went through the messiest breakup of 2016. Those are your other pieces. But I'm trying to get to what you're writing about Trump taking a break from the thigh-high boots."
As if that automatically discredits any of her political pieces. As if women can't be both politically aware and interested in popular culture. And then he ended the show by saying,
"All right, I gotta go. You should stick to the thigh-high boots. You're better at that."
So to answer the question from earlier, what happens when women are both? This is what happens. Women aren't taken seriously. So what do we do about it? Well, that brings me to the final section. Part 3. This fluff deserves your respect too. So how do we fix this? How do we change the idea that it's impossible for women to be super girly and super smart at the same time? Well, we remember that, even if women's media sometimes seems like complete fluff, not to simply laugh at it and roll our eyes, because somebody somewhere is enjoying it, and that's fine. After all, someone could make the argument that sports, in the scheme of the universe, are also fluff. We could survive just fine without them. But nobody says that because we respect the fact that a ton of people like sports. They're real news, and they're on every nightly news broadcast in the country. Why can't people respect fashion and beauty as well? In summary, respect my fluff and I'll respect yours. Let people enjoy what they enjoy without making judgments. Remember that girly media is still media, and girly people are still people. I could say we're also smart and qualified and well-read, but I shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have ever assumed otherwise.